Unang tanong, kapag tinanong sa board exam, sino yung pinakaunang Pangulo from Ilocos? That's Elpidio Quirino. Sino naman po yung nag-change ng date ng independence? That's Diosdado Macapagal. Kapag tinanong, sino yung pinakaunang Pangulo from Mindanao? That's Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Kapag tinanong, sino naman po yung kilala sa kaniyang strong republic or matatag na republika? That's Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Kapag tinanong, the Prince of the Visayan Poet? That's Carlos P. Garcia. Sino naman po yung kilala sa kanyang austerity program or the Filipino First Policy? Garcia pa rin. Kapag tinanong, the shortest serving president? That's Sergio Osmeña. Kapag tinanong, the youngest president? That's Emilio Aguinaldo. Kapag tinanong, the oldest president? That's Rodrigo Duterte. Sino naman po yung Pangulo na kilala sa kanyang sinabing, this country shall be great again? That's Marcos Sr. Sino yung nag-declare ng martial law? Marcos Sr. pa rin. Sino naman po yung tinaguri ang the undisputed president? That's Emilio Aguinaldo. Sino yung pinakaunang female president? That's Cory Aquino. Sino naman po yung tinaguri ang ina ng demokrasya? That's Cory Aquino pa rin. Sino naman po yung tinaguri ang father of social justice? That's Manuel Quezon. Sino naman po yung tinaguri ang ama ng wikang pambansa? That's Quezon pa rin. At sino yung tinaguri ang the forgotten president? That's Miguel Malvar. Kapag tinanong sa board exam, sino yung priest na nagbaptize kay Rizal? That's Father Rufino Colliantes. Kapag tinanong naman, sino yung godfather ni Rizal? That's Father Casanias. Kapag tinanong naman po, no, kung sino yung ina ni Rizal? That's Chodora Alonso. Kapag tinanong sa board exam, ano yung isinulat ni Rizal para sa kanyang nanay? That's Mi Primera Inspiración. Kapag naman ano yung isinulat ni Rizal nung siya ay nasa Germany dahil na-miss niya yung kanyang pamilya at yung kanyang bayan, that's To the Flowers of Heidelberg. Ano naman po yung isinulat ni Rizal para sa mga workers of Lipa, Batangas? That's Himno al Trabajo. Ano po yung isinulat ni Rizal para sa mga kababaihan na kung saan doon ay binati niya, no? He praised the bravery of those women, or women rather, fighting for education and gender equality. That's Letter to the Young Women of Malolos. Ano naman po yung isinulat ni Rizal, no, yung unfinished novel ni Rizal? It's Makamisa. Ano po yung first novel ni Rizal? That's Noli Me Tangere. Ano po yung second novel ni Rizal? That's El Filibusterismo. So, ano po idinedicate ni Rizal yung kanyang El Filibusterismo? Sa tatlong paring martir na tinatawag na Gumbursa. Ano naman po yung tawag doon sa society ng mga Filipino students sa UST? That's Kompanyerismo. Sino naman po yung tsuhin ni Rizal na nag-mold ng kanyang artistic abilities? That's Tio Alberto. Sino naman po yung tsuhin ni Rizal na nag-influence sa kanya to read books? That's Tio Gregorio. Sino naman po yung tsuhin ni Rizal, no, na nag-develop at nag-influence sa kanya to do physical activities? That's Tio Manuel. Sino naman po yung sculpture ng Rizal Monument sa Luneta? That's Richard Kisling. Si Rizal po ay bihasa sa iba't ibang lingwahe, no? Siya po ay considered na polyglot, which is he was a multilingual individual po, no? Marami siyang alam, no? And as per the context of board exam, 22 languages po yan. Now, what is the Republic Act for the Rizal Law? That's RA 1425. Ano po yung tinaguri ang the social cancer? That's Noli Me Tangere. Ano po yung tinaguri ang the reign of greed? That's El Filibusterismo. Ang tinanong sa board exam, sino yung gumawa ng The Last Supper? That's Leonardo da Vinci. Kapag naman tinanong, the creation of Ada? That's Michelangelo. Kapag naman tinanong, the Pieta, sinong gumawa? That's Michelangelo. Kapag tinanong, sinong gumawa ng The Vitruvian Man? That's Leonardo da Vinci pa rin. Kapag the School of Athens, that's Raphael. Kapag tinanong, sino gumawa ng The Starry Night? It's Van Gogh. Kapag tinanong, sinong gumawa ng The Mona Lisa? It's, of course, Leonardo da Vinci. Kapag La Gioconda, Da Vinci pa rin. Kapag The Ceiling of Sistine Chapel, that's Michelangelo. Kapag tinanong naman, sinong gumawa ng marble sculpture ng David? That's Michelangelo. How about, sino yung tinaguriang The Thinker Sculpture? That's Rodin. Sino naman yung tinatawag na the father of abstract painting? That's Wassily Kandinsky. Kapag tinanong, who wrote What is Art? It's Leo Tolstoy. How about the composer ng Fifth Symphony? It's
Ludwig van Beethoven. Kapag tinanong, who is the internationally renowned pianist? That's Cecil Licad. Kapag tinanong, who painted the planting rice rather? It's Fernando Amorsolo. Kapag naman, oblation ng UP, it's Guillermo Tolentino. Kapag the Bonifacio Monument, sino gumawa? It's Guillermo Tolentino pa rin. How about the making of Philippine flag? It's Fernando Amorsolo. Sino yung tinaguriang the grand old man of Philippine art? It's Fernando Amorsolo. Sino naman yung gumawa ng The Spoliarium? It's Juan Luna. How about the Parisian life? It's still Juan Luna. Kapag tinanong, the EDSA landmark structure, sino yon? It's Castrillo. Kapag naman tinanong, who is the sculpture of the Rizal Monument in Luneta? It's Richard Kisling. Kapag tinanong, who created the Triumph of Science over Death na sculpture? It's Dr. Jose Rizal. Kapag naman, yung kanyang mga gawa, ang tema ay patungkol sa fisher folk at mga farmers, it's Carlos Butong Francisco. Kapag tinanong, the lyricist of bayan ko, it's Jose Corazon de Jesus. Pero kapag tinanong sino yung gumawa ng music, naglapat ng music ng bayan ko, it's Constancio de Guzman. Ano po yung nationality ni Magellan? He was a Portuguese. Kapag naman tinanong, ano po yung bansa na nag-sponsor na kanyang voyage? It's Spain. Kapag tinanong, sino yung hari ng Espanya na nag-sponsor na kanyang expedition? It's King Charles V. Kapag tinanong, ilang barko po yung ipinadala ng hari kasama ni Magellan? It's 5. What were the 5 ships? San Antonio, Santiago, Trinidad, Victoria, and Concepcion. Among these 5 ships, ano po yung sinakyan ni Magellan? It's the Trinidad. Among also of these 5 ships, ano lang po yung naka-circumnavigate, no? Pagkatapos ng expedition, it's the Victoria. Kaya po, Victoria, no, ang clue natin yan, victory. Now, nung nagland sila ni Magellan sa Pilipinas, ang island po yun. It's sa Homonhon. Sino po yung Raha na kung saan nagkaroon ng magandang relationship si Magellan? It's Raha Humabon. Now, during the first mass, saan po naganap yung first mass sa Pilipinas? It's Limasawa. Kailan po naganap? It's March 31, 1521. Now, gusto ni Magellan na i-convert yung mga Filipino into Christianity. Ngunit, may isang dato ng orahan ng Mactan na kung saan ayaw niyang ma-convert yung mga Filipinos at ayaw niyang magpasakop. Sino po yun? It's Raha or Dato Lapu-Lapu. After the Battle of Mactan, no, yung mga nag-retreat na mga soldiers, no, may natira na lang pong dalawang ships. We have the Trinidad and the Victoria. They proceeded to the Spice Islands and after that, isang ship na lang po yung naka-circumnavigate pabalik sa Espanya. Anong ship po yun? It's the Victoria. At sino po yung nagkamandang ship na Victoria pagkarating sa Espanya? It's Juan Sebastian Elcano. Who is the father of Philippine socialism? That's Isabelo de los Reyes. Kapag tinanong, who is the father of the local government code? That's Aquilino Pimentel. Kapag tinanong, who is the father of the Philippine archipelagic doctrine? That's Arturo Tolentino. Kapag tinanong, who is the father of the Philippine Constitution? That's Claro M. Recto. Kapag tinanong, who is the father of Philippine journalism? That's Marcelo del Pilar. Kapag tinanong, who is the father of the modern Philippine sculpture? It's Napoleon Abueva. Kapag tinanong, who is the father of Philippine Internet? That's William Torres. Kapag tinanong, the founder of Katipunan? Andres Bonifacio. The father of Philippine Revolution? Andres Bonifacio pa rin. Kapag tinanong, who is the father of Philippine democracy? Andres Bonifacio pa rin yan. Kapag tinanong, the father of Philippine sonata? That's Nicanor Abelardo. Kapag tinanong, who is the father of social justice? That's Manuel Quezon. At kapag tinanong sa board exam, who is the father of the Philippine national language? That's Manuel L. Quezon. At po yung responsable doon sa pagtatag ng formal colonial government. That's Governor General Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, the first Governor General. Now, kung may first, of course, may last. Yung last Governor General naman po, we have Diego de los Rios. Now, pag-usapan natin yung ibang Governor Generals. Sino naman po yung Governor General na kilala doon sa pag-establish ng tobacco monopoly? That's Governor General Basco. Kapag tobacco, Basco. Kapag naman, sino yung Governor General na tinaguri ang the most loved Governor General by the Filipinos? That's De La Torre, no? Yung clue po natin dyan, kapag most loved Governor General, De La Torre, isipin po natin si Moira. Di ba? Kasi si Moira, yung kanyang mga awitin, no? Kanyang mga kanta ay patungkol sa love, patungkol sa pag-ibig. Kaya kapag most loved Governor General, De La Torre. Yan. Sige, kapag naman tinanong, sino yung Governor General na responsable doon sa pagpalit ng mga surnames o ng apelyido ng mga Filipino? That's Governor General Claveria. Kapag change ng Filipino surnames or pag-change ng surnames from Filipino to Spanish, that's Governor General Claveria. Kapag naman, Governor General na responsable doon sa pag-execute or sa paggarote sa tatlong paring martir na gumburza, sinong Governor General po yun? That's Governor General Izquierdo. Again, kapag tatlong pari, Izquierdo po. Now, sino naman po yung Governor General na responsable doon sa pagpatapon kay Rizal, no? Sa Dapitan, no? Rizal's exile to Dapitan, that's Governor General Dispohol. Kapag Dapitan, letter D, Dapitan, letter D din, Dispohol. Sino naman po yung Governor General na nag-sign ng death warrant ni Rizal, no? Para execute po yung ating bayani. That's kapag death warrant, patay, that's letter P din, Pula Vieja. Patay, Pula Vieja. Rizal's death warrant, Governor General Pula Vieja. Again, first Governor General, just to recap, Legazpi. Last Governor General, De Los Rios. Kapag tobacco monopoly, that's Basco. Basco, tobacco. No? Kapag Spanish surnames, that's Claveria. Kapag tatlong paring martir, Izquierdo. Kapag Rizal's exile to Dapitan, letter D, Dispohol. Pero kapag death warrant, patay, that's Pula Vieja. That's our... Pag tinanong sa board exam, ano yung pen name ni Jose Corazon de Jesus? That's Jose Batute. Kapag naman, Jose de la Cruz, that's Jose Sisiw. Kapag naman tinanong, what are the pen names of Jose Rizal? That's Dimasalang and Laong-Laan. Kapag tinanong, ano yung pen name na ginamit ni Rizal sa La Solidaridad? That's Laong-Laan. What are the pen names of Marcelo del Pilar? That's Plaridel and Dolores Manlapat. Kapag naman, kay Graciano Lopez Haina, that's Diego Laura. Kapag naman tinanong, what are the pen names of Mariano Ponce? That's Tikbalang, Naning, and Calipulaco. Tatlo po yung famous pen names niya, no? Kapag naman kay Emilio Jacinto, that's Dimas Ilaw and Pinkian. Kapag naman pen name ni Antonio Luna, that's Taga-Ilog. Kapag naman pen name ni Pio Valenzuela, that's Madlang Awa. Kapag naman tinanong sa board exam, ano yung pen name ni Jose Garcia Villa? That's Dovig Lion. That's combination of Dove, Eagle, and Lion. That's Dovig Lion. Kapag naman pen names ni Andres Bonifacio, Agapito Bagumbayan, and May Pag-asa. Pero kapag naman kay Emilio Aguinaldo, that's Magdalo. Now, ano po yung pen name na ginamit ni Jose Maria Panganiban? That's Joe Mapa. How about kay Severino Reyes? That's Lola Basyang. At kapag tinanong, ano po yung pen name ni Valeriano Peña? That's Quintin Coriran. That's kapag tinanong, ano po yung teorya ng wika? Ano patungkol sa tunog ng kalikasan? That's Bawaw. Kapag naman kumpas o galaw ng kamay, that's Tata. Kapag naman bagay-bagay na gawa ng tao, that's Ding Dong. Kapag pwersang pisikal, that's Yuheiho. Kapag naman masidhing damdamin, that's Pupo. Kapag tunog ng sanggol, that's Koko. Kapag naman ang wika ay inimbento o arbitraryo, that's Eureka. Kapag patungkol sa pagkakakilanlan, that's Heyo. Kapag naman bulalas ng tao, that's Babulaki. Kapag naman patungkol sa romansa, that's Lala. Kapag naman mahaba at musikal, that's Sing-song. Kapag naman ritual ng ninuno, that's Tararabumdiay. Kapag naman biblikal, that's Story ng Babel. Kapag naman madaling pantig, that's Mama. At kapag kumpas ng bagay, that's Yam Yam. Pag tinanong sa board exam, kaninong gawa po yung The Adventures of Tom Sawyer? That's Samuel Clemens. Kapag naman tinanong, sinong gumawa po no, ng The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn? Kay Samuel Clemens pa rin yan, no? At yung kanyang sikat na pen name are Mark Twain. Kapag naman The Annabelle Lee, sinong gawa po yon? That's Edgar Allan Poe. How about The Master of the Macabre? Edgar Allan Poe pa rin yan. How about The Song of Hiawatha? That's Longfellow. How about the famous Silas Marner and Middlemarch? Gawa po yan ni Mary Ann Evans using the pen name George Eliot. How about the Phantom of the Opera? Sinong gumawa po nun? That's Weber. How about the Gift of the Magi na famous sa board exam? That's William Sidney Porter. How about the Last Leaf? William Sidney Porter pa rin yan. Yung famous na pen name po ni Porter, it's O. Henry. How about Moby Dick? That's Melville. Kapag naman tinanong, kaninong gawa po yun yung Hamlet? No? That's William Shakespeare. How about The Merchant of Venice? Shakespeare pa rin yan. How about Macbeth? Shakespeare pa rin yan. And of course, how about the famous Romeo and Juliet? Shakespeare pa rin. Now, sino naman pong sumulat ng The Canterbury Tales? That's Geoffrey Chaucer. How about Dr. Faustus? That's Christopher Marlowe. Sino naman po yung gumawa ng The Alice in Wonderland? That's Lewis Carroll. And kapag tinanong sa board exam, kaninong gawa po yung Ulysses, no, gamit yung crayons? That's James Joyce. Kapag tinanong sino yung ama ng balarilang Tagalog, that's Lope K. Santos. Kapag naman ama ng demokrasyang Pilipino, that's Andres Bonifacio. Kapag tinanong sino po yung ama ng dula at sarswelang Tagalog, that's Severino Reyes. Kapag ama ng dulang Kapampangan, that's Aurelio Tolentino. Kapag ama ng klasikong Pilipino, that's Modesto de Castro. Kapag ama ng limbagang Pilipino, that's Tomas Pinpin. Kapag ama ng lingwistikang Pilipinas, that's Cecilio Lopez. Kapag ama ng Malayang Tanuturan, that's Alejandro Abadilla. Kapag ama ng mga manggagawa, that's Isabelo de los Reyes. Kapag naman, ama ng modernong Tagalog poetry, that's Alejandro Abadilla. Pero kapag ama ng nobelang Pilipino, that's Valeriano Hernandez Peña. Tinanong sa board exam, ano po yung tawag sa molten rock beneath the Earth's surface? That's magma. Kapag naman, ano pong layer ng Earth where doon po nag-o-occur yung ating weather? That's troposphere. How about, what do you call the process by which plants release water vapor? That's transpiration. How about the breaking down of rocks into smaller pieces? That's weathering. How about the movement of Earth around the sun? That's revolution. How about the movement of Earth on its own axis? That's rotation. Now, ano naman po yung tinatawag na basic unit of life? That's cell. How about ano po yung organelle na known as the powerhouse of the cell? That's mitochondria. Now, ano po yung process by which plant make food with the use of sunlight? That's photosynthesis. Now, ano po yung green pigment na responsible doon sa photosynthesis? That's chlorophyll. How about what is the scientific name of humans? That's Homo sapiens. How about the transfer of pollen or pollen grains from anther to stigma? That's pollination. Now, ano po yung tawag doon sa study ng heredity? That's genetics. Who is the father of genetics? That's Gregor Mendel. How about anong organ po no, yung nagpapump ng blood throughout the body? That's the heart. Of course, now, ano po yung blood cell na responsible doon sa pag-transport ng oxygen? That's red blood cells. How about what is the smallest unit of an element? That's an atom. Now, what is the center of the atom na kung saan it contains the protons and the neutrons? It's the nucleus. How about what substance ang nagde-dissolve po ng another substance, no? Substance that dissolves another substance. That's solvent. How about yung substance na nade-dissolve, no? What is the substance being dissolved? That's solute. Now, ano naman po yung scale, no, na ginagamit para ma-measure po yung acidity and alkalinity? That's the pH scale. Now, what do you call the change in matter that produces a new substance? That's chemical change. What do you call the rate of doing work? That's power. How about what do you call the energy in motion or energy of motion? That's kinetic energy. How about the stored energy? That's potential energy. Now, what do you call the force that opposes motion between surfaces? Starts with letter F. That's friction. Now, what do you call the unit of electrical current? That's amper. Ito, lumabas din ito nung nakaraan, no? What do you call the variety of life in a particular habitat? That's biodiversity. Kapag variety of life, that's biodiversity. Kasi diverse no variety. Sige, how about, what do you call the layer of the atmosphere that protects the Earth from UV radiation? It's ozone layer. Kaya nga ito po yung nangyari sa atin ngayon, no, because of the climate change. Grabe din po yung depletion doon sa ating ozone layer, kaya napakainit na po kahit umaga pa lang. Last question for our drill for today in science. Who is known as the father of modern science? That's Galileo Galilei. Kapag tinanong, ano po yung military rule na dineclare noong 1972? That's the martial law. Kapag naman tinanong, ano po yung proclamation na nag-declare ng martial law? That's Proclamation number 1081. Kapag naman, sino po yung Pangulo na nag-declare ng martial law? That's Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Kapag naman tinanong, ano po yung Constitution during the Marcos regime? That's the 1973 Constitution. Ano naman po yung writ na nasuspend dahil ipinatupad yung martial law? That's the writ of habeas corpus. Kapag naman tinanong, ano po yung naganap noong August 21, 1983 na kung saan ito po yung nag-spark ng massive protest? That's yung pagpapatay po, no? The assassination of Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr. Kapag naman, ano po yung suppression of press during the martial law? That's the media censorship. Kapag naman tinanong, ano po yung peaceful uprising na naganap noong February 22 to 25, 1986? That's the EDSA People Power Revolution. Saan po naganap yung People Power Revolution? Sa Epifanio de los Santos Avenue. Kaya po tinatawag na EDSA. Now, sino naman po yung byuda ni Ninoy na naging Pangulo noong 1986? That's Corazon Cory Aquino. Kapag naman, sino yung Defense Minister na defected from Marcos? That's Juan Ponce Enrile. Kapag naman, sino yung opisyal ng AFP na sumama doon sa 1986 military defection? That's Fidel V. Ramos. Kapag naman, sino yung Catholic leader, no, who urged support gamit yung Radio Veritas? That's Jaime Cardinal Sin. Kapag naman, ano yung tawag sa controversial election? That's snap election. Anong departamento po or komisyon sa Pilipinas ang namumuno sa ating eleksyon? That's Commission on Elections. Now, ano po yung US base kung saan lumipad si Marcos, no? Pagkatapos po ng EDSA People Power Revolution? That's Clark Air Base. Ano naman po yung tawag sa Constitution na na-ratify na pagkatapos ng People Power? That's the 1987 Philippine Constitution. Ano po yung tawag doon, no, sa government system sa ilalim ng rehimenting Marcos or under the Marcos regime? That's the authoritarian regime. Saturnina, Pasiano, Narcisa, Olympia, Lucia, Maria Jose Rizal, Concepcion Josefa, Trinidad, Soledad. Now, no, kapag hindi pa po nyo na-memorize, kantahin nyo lang po, no, balik-balikan nyo lang po yung Rizal siblings, no, by using the tune of the song na yung ginawa natin. No? And also, no, mind you, tinatanong rin sa board exam yung patungkol sa ano daw po yung first sorrow ni Rizal. No? Kapag tinanong sa board exam, what is Rizal's first sorrow? Yung sagot po dyan, the death of his younger sister na si Concepcion. Si Concepcion po ay namatay, 3 taong gulang pa lang po siya, at nung siya ay namatay, si Rizal po ay 4 na taong gulang. No? Kino-consider po siya na greatest sorrow ni Rizal, or the first sorrow ni Rizal, it's because po, yun po yung unang dalamhati ni Rizal kung saan naramdaman niya yung sakit sapagkat sila po ni Concepcion ay napaka-close talaga bilang magkapatid. Ano po yung awiting bayan patungkol sa pagsamba sa mga anito o relihiyoso? That's dalit o himno. Kapag naman, awiting bayan para sa kasal, that's Diona. Ano naman po yung awiting bayan para sa patay o sa pagdadalamhati? That's Dungaw. Kapag naman, awiting bayan sa paggawa, that's Kalusan. Kapag naman, awiting bayan, no, patungkol sa tagumpay o pandigma, that's Kumintang. Kapag naman, awiting bayan patungkol sa pag-ibig, that's Kundiman. Kapag naman, sa pagpapatulog ng bata, that's Hele o Oyayi. Kapag naman, awiting bayan sa pagsasagwan, that's Suliranin. Kapag naman patungkol sa pamamangka, that's Tarindaw. Kapag awiting bayan sa Burol o Libing, that's Umbay. At kapag tinanong sa board exam, ano yung awiting bayan patungkol sa panliligaw, That's balitaw. At kapag po may lumabas na break the ice, ano pong meaning yun? Meaning nun? To start a conversation in a social situation. Kapag naman piece of cake, it's very easy. Napakadali lang. No? How about under the weather? That's feeling sick. How about once in a blue moon? It's very rare. How about spill the beans? That's to reveal a secret. How about to hit the nail on the head? It's to say something exactly right. How about to burn the midnight oil? To study or work late at night. How about to cost an arm and a leg? It's very expensive. How about a blessing in disguise? No? It's about something good that seemed bad at first. How about bite the bullet? It's to face a difficult situation bravely. How about let the cat out of the bag? It's to reveal a secret accidentally. How about kill two birds with one stone? No? It's about accomplishing two things at once. How about go the extra mile? It's to make more effort than expected. How about in hot water? Its meaning is in trouble. How about on cloud nine? It's extremely happy. How about hit the sack? It's go to bed. How about to pull someone's leg? Is to tease or joke with someone. How about beat around the bush? It's avoid the main topic. How about the ball is in your court? It is your decision or responsibility. Kapag naman po cut corners, no, do something in the easy or cheapest way. How about break a leg? Napaka-common ito. It's good luck. How about let's call it a day, no, to stop working for that certain day. How about to cry over spilled milk? No? It's to be upset about something that cannot be changed. How about add fuel to the fire? It's to make a bad situation worse. How about get out of hand? It's become uncontrollable. How about by the book? No? It means to follow rules strictly. Kapag naman back to square one, it's to start again from the beginning. Kapag naman through thick and thin, no, it means in good times and in bad times. Kapag naman drop in the bucket, no, a very small amount. At ito din, no, kapag tinanong or may nakita kayong phrase or idiomatic expression sa board exam na nakalagay in the nick of time, yung meaning lang po niyan is just at the last moment. Nakasabay ba?